Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Cave Factory. In the last episode, I asked you all if I should change the base design, and there was 31 people that voted on the straw poll, and the results will be put on screen. It is 54% for yes, and the rest for no, so basically, we're going to change the base. But we're not going to change it right away in today's episode, because I want to do something fun, and I want to have more of a think of what I want to change the base into, rather than just go something and then we're not going to like it again. So, in today's episode, I want to make my bow just a tiny bit better, and then go kill the Ender Dragon, do some enchanting, and then do the Twilight Forest. Because we were saying that we're going to do the Twilight Forest for so long, so we're going to go do it today. Remember those treasure bags that you get when you kill stuff? I got a Power 8 book out of it, so we're just gonna attach it for 135 levels to my bow. I was just sitting down at the pooping XP tank downstairs, so I got that many levels. I also made a thing in between episodes. It is called the Tome of Peritia. It is a charm. It's from Blood Magic. It's a book used to store experience. So if you put it on your charm slot here, as soon as you receive experience, if we go down here, what? Okay. I don't know. I got stuck in the wall. It goes directly into the thing. So you can also take the book then and put it in your hand, and you can right click to gain levels and shift right click to remove levels. So it's basically just a portable XP storage thing. So I'm just going to have it on me all the time. So we just collect XP that way. But now our bow is super strong. We still don't have infinity on it though. So as we get into some enchanting, we can put infinity on it, but for the moment, for the dragon fight, we're just going to grab like 3 stacks of arrows. I think that should be plenty. We're going to go fight the Ender Dragon. So, in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, so that's super easy. Okay, nice. Yeah, we have now the Dragon's Breath, and we can make our enchanting tables. So we have the trinket. I think it's called Bosses Drop something. This guy, Bosses Drop Dungeons Loots. Dungeons Loots. That's so weird how this is phrased. Anyway, the dragon dropped all of this, which is like 2 chests worth of loot. So that's neat. So enchanting is slightly different in this pack. We have a mod called Apotheosis, which you may know from the spawners that we changed. But for enchanting, we have 3 different qualities that we can augment with different types of bookshelves. So if we have just the regular 15 bookshelves and we toss in a book, you can see we have 15 of the current value of Eterna, and we have a 10% of Quanta. And I believe a regular bookshelf just adds Eterna, and I don't know what where we are getting Quanta from the 10%, but we can increase it with different bookshelves. For example, we can get a B shelf, and that gets 100% of Quanta. We can get some other bookshelves that also increase stuff. So what we're going to see is I'm going to try and make a few of these bookshelves, see which ones add the most things. Well, apparently getting pearlescent bookshelves, it's maximum strength, upgrade an end shelf. So I made 15 of these, and we're gonna see how much we're gonna get from this. It says you can only get to max 40 with the Eterna. If we toss it in, we have 40, we almost have 100% of Quanta, and we have 100% of Arcana. So can I make some more? So we would need Draconic end shelves to go over to 50, right? So I did add a recipe for the Draconic end shelf, but we can only make 1 because we only have 1 dragon head. If I add this, does this go up? It does. So we only need 2 more, and then we can replace something else for Quanta or add something more for Quanta. I mean, finding 2 dragon heads with flight, it's not going to be too difficult. So yeah, I'll go do that. This took forever to find, but that is our first dragon head. I think we only need one, maybe two more, but I'm just gonna go in here and loot everything. The shulkers can't really affect me because of all of the trinkets, so I can just go in here and grab all of the things. I can still get damaged a little bit, but Vexes just take care of everything. So, yeah, I'm gonna go loot. I want you to take a look at this map. I went from the portal here, all the way up here, around and over, without finding any end cities. And then I go back to the end island. I go through through this gateway, instead of this gateway. It brings me, like right over here somewhere, or here. I go up a little bit, end city. I go up a little bit, another end city. Random generation is weird. Anyway, I'll loot this and then think we can head home. So if I just go and stand down here and we look up, we can see a room full of shulkers that is very dangerous in vanilla. Also a compressed shulker. I don't know if he will he pop into 9 shulkers if the Vexes kill him? I know if I kill him, he will. Oh, he doesn't. Okay. So, the Vexes just do the work. They just go after every single one of the shulkers, and eventually it dies. And you just sit here and collect shulker shells. And that is the power of lost trinkets, or the overpower of lost trinkets. On the left here, I have True Sight, and I got that by consuming one of these enchanted scrolls, and it was an enchanted scroll of True Sight. And it gave me, I see clearly now, and I increased my knowledge of death. And I have never played really with the whole knowledge of death thing, but it has these scrolls that you find in chests, and you can right click to consume them, and you get different knowledge and advancements or golds or whatever. So we now have Featherfall for a little bit. More True Sight. Frost resistance, apparently. And, oh, it's Powder Snow Walk, okay. And Water World. Use Aquatic Life Magic. So we now have all of these things for 10 minutes. So we're gonna have a bunch of fart bubbles. So for the moment, I will turn on particles to minimal. So we don't have those. But I just wanted to show you that that is things that you get from the chest. I also brewed some regeneration potions because if we make 1, 2, 3, 4 health shelves, we can make an enchantment library if we make another enchanting table. And enchantment library, boom. Okay, so what this does, if we place it down, we have a library of enchantments. And if we go in here and if we grab all of our books and we toss them in, it stores our enchantments. And I believe you then click on it and you get the one version. And if you shift click it, you get the full version. So you can then extract it and store it back in. And you can see what the max level is available, how many points it is. You know what? Let's make 6 more of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everything's 100%. Okay, so let's do bam, bam, and then we'll break this. Whoop. Hello, instant mine. Okay, yeah. That was slightly unexpected, but we can do something like this. Is this max? Nope. 2 more. Max. Awesome. Cool, so lapis. I think this is gonna require like 100 levels. Yeah, and we get Fortune 3 on the book, but or Thorns 4 here for. Okay, so we need levels. Before we just enchant a random book, I want to make some of these, which are Tome of the Helmets, and I need books for this. So let me just make Control Shift Click. Make me another 2 stacks of books, please. Okay, we'll make like 20 Tome of Helmets, 2 sets of Tome of the Chest Plates, 2 sets of these, 3 sets of these, 20 of these, and then we need some of the miners. Weaponry. And maybe some bow, because we still need infinity. Tome of Scrapping can remove enchantments, taking some of them as its own. Will consume the item in the process. Okay, so how does one do this? Okay, we put it in an anvil. Okay. Neat. So what I would really want is to see if we can get Silk Touch. Okay, Silk Touch, Teleportation, Molten Tool Head, and Experience Harvester. So many. Okay. Enchant an item at level 80, level 30, level 60, level 45. Enchant an item at 0% quanta, and enchant an item at a level 100. Okay. So we do have anvil splitting, right? I wanted to talk about it before, and also we have super and breaking. So we're gonna grab that, and also splitting. Not just the base one. Give me all of them, please. Thank you. So if we go and grab an anvil, and we toss it with the unbreaking and the splitting, right? We can toss this book and put an anvil like that, and it splits all the books into different books. So we can then toss them in here and use them as we need them. And this did damage the anvil a little bit, but I believe it said that I can do this plus this to repair it, so we don't ever break the anvil. So now it's time for enchanting. Coming down here to use these is very inconvenient. So we'll put down an ender tank. And do you hook up? Why do you not want to transfer? Do you need to be like on the top? Ah. Okay. So we'll put it right here. Right here down below. We'll grab this one. It's gonna go in here. Now I assume we can extract fluid XP. It's gonna go very slow, but we're gonna put an ultimate pipe upgrade, and that's gonna be filled up right away. We come back here and put you down and put all of our taps on this. No. Okay. Okay, so this works. They don't hook directly to the ender tank, but just any other tank I think will work. Because you need so many levels per each of the enchants, it's kind of nice that you can do a little lower levels than 100 when you see the thing that you need. So we're gonna get Unbreaking 5, Power 6, Flame, and Infinity, and we're gonna split it with our handy dandy anvil. So if we do this, boom, we get all 4 books, and we can toss them in. And Infinity we will put on our bow. I stopped recording. Why did I stop recording? 259 levels. Okay. I mean, we probably have that amount stored in liquid XP form, but that's gonna be super bow. And I assume we can even go higher. For example, if we search for power, right? Power goes all the way up to 9, and we currently have power 8, so one more level of power we can get. For example, shotgun. That goes up to, what is that? 15, 16, 17. So you shoot 17 arrows at one time. Now, I could go through all of the things that we can put on our boots or on our armor in terms of protection and everything, but I don't think I'm really gonna need to put anything other than a stable footing, right? This armor is OP enough that I don't think we're gonna have any trouble in the Twilight Forest, and any trouble past that, because we're not going to really fight any sort of bosses in this pack other than the Twilight Forest. If we have problems in the Twilight Forest, I'll come back and enchant it, but for the time being, stable footing is the only thing that I'm going to put on, which basically removes the mining penalty when you're flying, which is going to be super weird to get used to, but basically it means we can instant mine while flying, which is super neat. And to get our sword that we want to use, we're going to make a Hellfire Forge. We're going to place it right here, and I'm going to toss in all of these. And then we're going to need some will. And to get will, we need to get these rudimentary snares, soul snares, they're called now. So we need string in a blood altar. That is a different thing that it was before. So if we toss this in here, we get snares. And you can throw it at a monster and then kill them to obtain demonic will. A few blazes, right? I don't know if it did the particle thing. It did. Okay, we got some will. Okay, awesome. So if we toss in this, that should be enough to get us a Tartaric Gem, right? It's gonna use 1 will. Okay, Petty Tartaric Gem. Awesome. And how much do I need to make the sword? I need 0 will, drained 0 will. Will this work? It does. And now we have a sentient sword. So now we can enchant this and then use it to get more will. I decided to put Tombstone Soulbound on everything pretty much. So we basically keep it on death, which is going to be helpful for getting stuff back or our grave back when or if we even die. As far as the sword is concerned, if we grab all of this, firstly, we're going to add Unbreaking 3. Unbreaking 8. And then we're going to add some Sweeping Edge, also a very high number, also 8. We're going to add Capturing, which is the max is 7. And then I have Looting 7 also. And then we're going to add Sharpness 5. And I think Sharpness can go higher. Yeah, so eventually it can go to Sharpness 9. So we're going to increase that at a later point. And you may be wondering where my XP thing is. We have it up here. And I can open up multiple depending on how fast I want the levels. So Sharpness 5, just for the moment. We don't have any more Sharpness. We're going to add Scavenger for 40 levels. So let's get a bit more XP juices flowing. There we go. 40 levels for Scavenger 3, which is going to allow us to roll loot tables of killed mobs twice. Maybe. I think it's like a maybe chance. And then we're going to add Teleportation for 65 levels. Teleportation. And lastly, we're going to add Tombstone Soulbound. So that is our super decked out sword, which is possibly quite a bit better than the sword that we were currently using. So if we close these, we can now enchant our tools. First thing's going to be Efficiency 9. We don't really need Unbreaking because they are unbreakable. And then we're going to add Experience Harvester, which is an insane amount. So we're going to toss that on. And then Silk Touch, Teleportation, and Tombstone Soulbound. And I will do the same for the pickaxe. Now we can say goodbye to these tools for the moment. Also to the travel staff, because now I believe we can right click and sneak right click to use it as a staff of traveling. And then just right click on the things to teleport, which is really cool. And it doesn't even use durability. Now I want to try out this sword. Because we need a little bit more will. Okay, so that was quite a bit. So we need 1 of quality. It rolled the loot table 3 times. Cool. So if we toss this in, we should get a gem real quick. Nice. And then I think I just do this. And then it should absorb it, right? Now we have will in here. And if we go like this, it's full. Awesome. While we are on the topic of Tartaric gems and blood magic, I just made another one. And what we can do is we can upgrade it by tossing it in with some of these. Because now what you can do is you can take this, and I believe you right click, yeah, the full one, and it empties. And what we can do then is toss this guy in here, and that's not going to be enough will, but if we do something like this, it's full. I love OP enchantments. Okay, so now we have 2 lessers, and we can then upgrade this one. If we fill this one all the way, I believe. It should be just like 1 swipe. There we go. And now we can have a common. And we can now do a drainy thing. Toss this guy in. And there we go. That should upgrade the other one to a common one as well. And we can have that one in the storage system for when we need to upgrade it to the last tier, which requires a tier 4 altar, which we don't have. I just realized we don't even need the axe because we have such high efficiency. We instant mine wood. So, bye. Okay, we have 2 tools that we need and use, and that's it. The only thing that I really find annoying about the Twilight Forest portal, make it a 1x1, make it a 3x3. Why does it have to be a 2x2? Because then it doesn't fit in my portal room properly. So, I think once we're done with the Twilight Forest, we're just going to remove it. And I don't think we're going to need to go in anywhere else. So we did unlock the Twilight Forest. We need to make a blank magic map, which requires a magic map focus, which requires a raven's feather. So we're going to go find a raven once we load in. Hi. Hello. Thank you. I also need to find some torch berries. Found them. Give them to me. Thank you. magic map focus, blank magic map. So if I hold this, I can now see the Twilight Forest. So we need to go this way to the Naga. Hello, Naga. Does I need to hit you in the head? Well, that was easy. All of the things. The Naga trophy, shader bags, bombs, Naga scales, and bamboo spikes of poison. So, if we go in here, we get some steak. Naga trophy gets us some Naga scales. So now we know we need to go kill the Lich, which... this way. There is the Lich. Okay. I think I need to reflect the pearls at him. Okay, we got the Twilight Lich. I had to take off the trinkets for things at burning me on fire and everything, or enemies burning, because I just couldn't reflect the ender ball things into his face. So we did get the scepter now and the trophy, and I'm gonna clean out my inventory and find out what's next. We can now go 3 ways: the Minish Room, the Night Phantom, or the Alpha Yeti. So whichever I find first, I'll go for. We are gonna place a trophy over here, which is gonna allow us in here. And I think everything should just get killed by fire, and I don't have to worry about anything, which is really neat. Okay, that's so cool. I think this might be the boss room. Yep. Is this gonna be like super simple? Because the Vexes are gonna do everything. I think so. There we go. That was easy. While we're here, we're gonna take care of the Urghast, and I can go through the entire tunnel thing, but we're just gonna fly up and find the main room where the Urghast is in, and there are some spawners next to it that I need to kill some tiny ghasts next to, and then we should be able to kill the boss. There we go. Finally we did it. Do you put a chest? Chest. Huzzah. Urghast trophy and fiery bloods. Awesome. This is like the 3rd time the pack has crashed due to exploration in the Twilight Forest, and now it's crashed to the point where I didn't get any resources in the chest, so we're gonna have to resort to doing this. Not that. I want this. Thank you. And then I don't think we need anything else. We're gonna get fiery shears out of this, but yeah, I had to cheat. The Urghast is defeated. You saw me defeat it in the clips, but it didn't give me the trophy. So now I'll drop down all the way, because apparently when I was flying around over the top part of this, it wasn't really happy with the game. So I kind of was heading in a disorderly type direction, because I believe that's where the swamp is. It might even be this way also. I managed to make it back to the base without the world crashing on me, because I moved away from the ghast area, or the Urghast area, and the world just crashed. And then I tried again, crashed again. I got like 10 chunks away and it crashed. And I don't know if it was the rock candy from the trinkets that allows me to move faster. I really have no idea. I tried it slowly, but it didn't work. So I just, when I log back in, I /TP to 00, and I came back here to the overworld, and I don't think I'm gonna bother with Twilight Forest. If at some point we would really need Vein Miner, then I'll just unlock it. Because we can do the whole edit mode, or we can just give ourselves the trophies that we need, and we can unlock Vein Miner. Because I am powerful enough to defeat all of the monsters. It's just a case of the game not allowing me to get to those monsters to defeat them because of lag and chunk loading or whatever. So we're just not gonna worry about it. If we need Vein Miner, we're gonna do that. But I think that's gonna be it for today. So I want to thank you all so much for watching. I'm really hoping you enjoyed today's episode. I'm gonna try and splice the Twilight Forest into a really short time lapse, possibly, if that's gonna be good to watch. But thank you again. I hope you had a wonderful day, and see you all next time. Have a good one. Bye bye.